I want to talk about being dumb. And when I mean being dumb, I mean I used to be someone who didn't like talking to people who didn't have hobbies. Like if me and you were getting to know each other and what's your name? Da, 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 what are you into? And I'm not talking about relationships. I'm talking about friendships, everyone. If you were to tell me, "Oh, I just like to chill. I listen to music, I like to chill, watch TV." And you don't list anything like, "Oh, I'm into sports, music. I could draw. I could." If you don't list anything and you just say you like to chill, listen to music, everyone listens to music. We can't like if you say you study music and you're like, "I study music. I really deep dive into the past of music and what's upcoming. I really love searching through underground." That's different. I'm talking about people just genuinely listening to music, whatever's pop. And it usually be pop because those people genuinely, it's like they just follow the mass. And I used to think that was terrible. I used to think that was a bad thing. But I've moved to a new location 5 years ago. And I come from the city, LA, where a lot of people have different interests, right? I moved here to Texas and I started to find people who don't really have interests outside of work. That's it. It's just work, chilling. And I used to hate it. Like, where is the flavor here, right? And don't get me wrong, there's people here in Texas that have interest. There's like, there's a lot there's a mix of people here, right? But I used to be like, where are the people with that are interesting? And I used to be very upset. And I got over it because the more you talk to these people and the happier you see they are with their lives, the more you realize it really doesn't matter. None of it really matters. Like being into a lot of things or being a follower, that's not a bad thing. Not that I ever thought being a follower is a bad thing, because I always wanted to just be an average person. But I had hobbies at least. Like I probably stuck out because of my hobbies. That would probably be it. But there were people that are genuinely part of the general population that follow the trends of what's going on. Watching the trending shows, listening to what's trending music. And that's their taste. Their taste is what is trending. They don't try to search for what they like. You get what I'm saying? And I used to think that was terrible. Until I realized that most of the world is really like that. People will follow other people. People will follow the masses. People will follow what's popular. And this is where dumbing down comes into play. Like conversations would usually be, we wouldn't have in-depth conversations about stuff. Newer friends that I've made. It would usually be like, "Oh yeah, bro, you stupid." Or, no, not that, not that. That's like some high school stuff. But it would be like, yo, what's up? Yo, how was work? Oh, it was chill, just getting to the money, just trying to save up. Yeah. How's so-and-so? How's your mom? Oh, she's good. Just small talk. It wouldn't go past that. "Yo, do you want to hang out? Let's hang out. Let's go get some neat." Fast forward to the day of, we're hanging out, group of friends. It could be group of friends. We could be doing anything. And we're just chilling, not really doing much. We'll talk about cars, guns, but that's just like regular guy stuff. And I'm sure girls do the same thing. They'll meet up and they'll talk about whatever girls talk about. But I used to hate talking about general guy talk. Cars, guns, outfits. When are we gonna hit the gym? When are we gonna do the Japan trip? Oh God, don't get me started on Japan trip. But it's like, okay, yeah, the Japan trip, but are you into anime? What animes do you watch? Do you like Japanese food? What Japanese food are you looking forward to eating? Like, we can't talk past general conversation. And I had to learn how to just dumb it down and really just enjoy the moment. And the more that I've done that, genuinely, because like you could dumb down your speech and how you're talking to people, but in your head, you could be in your head and be like, "I fucking hate it here." My bad. But if you genuinely dumb it down and just be a happy person and don't take life that seriously, things can be good. Things can be great. And I think I've never struggled making friends, but I've heard of people struggling making friends for that specific reason. "Oh, I could never be friends with a dumbass. I could never be friends with an NPC, someone who's just a genuine bot." But you have to understand that's not a bad thing. That's really not hurting anyone. I mean, if they're like a bot and then they're just like, they say crazy takes that are just like, then it's like, okay, I could see why you don't like that person. But if you don't like someone just because they're simple, it's not a good way to live, It's not a good way to live. If you, here in the West, we're very privileged, and if you can look at the third world countries, for instance, Philippines. I'm Filipino, so I watch a lot of videos on the Philippines because I want to visit there eventually. And there's a slums there where people are very poor and living in huts that are floating above the river. It's called the slums of the Philippines. It's close to Manila, or I think it's located in Manila. And though those people are very poor and genuinely have nothing else to do but scavenge for recycled material to sell, buy drinks and drink alcohol, they at least love one another and they're very happy with each other. And that's one thing that I've loved about Filipino people and one thing that they've taught me, even though I've never been there. My family is kind of the same though. They're more westernized, but they're just happy and they love each other. And I feel like that should be all there is when it comes to meeting new people is being genuine, having good energy, and just loving other humans, you know? Don't spread hate, spread love. I'm gonna sip this water now, so hold on. But yeah, being dumb is good. Being dumb is very good for you. If you're a smart person, be dumb. If you're dumb, be dumber. No, don't be dumber. If you're dumb and you know you're dumb, gain some knowledge. It's not going to hurt you. It might add some spice to your life. You know, I meet a lot of people that don't really have interests and they're sad and, you know, they're bored. If they picked up a hobby, I feel like things will change and they'll have something to look forward to, you know? Stay busy. Staying busy is what keeps you away from getting in your head. We could save getting in your head for another time, but that's all I got, man. Just be dumb, be happy, love one another. All right? Like, subscribe to this video. If you don't, that's fine. Just go out and keep loving people though. I didn't make a video yesterday because I got high and I looked dumb on camera. I did record, but I looked dumb on camera. So the lesson learned is make the video, then get high. Mind you, I'm not even a stoner. I smoke once every 2 months, maybe, probably. But it's been pretty recent. It's been pretty picking up, but I'm going to slow it down because that's not who I am. Anyways, not that it's a bad thing, but like and subscribe, bro. Jesus.